Oh, that is it. So we're gonna try a little experiment today. What Awestruck Comics podcast. We're gonna do a trailer. You didn't see this trailer. There's a trailer review
Correct.
for something coming out. Very feels very 90s. I thought it looked really good. I don't really care that it feels like a lot of derivative crap. I don't, well, let's see. So Awestruck Comics podcast. We're gonna do the video share. We're gonna see how we do with this, and
What's the movie
then
called?
I don't know. I forget already. Uh, it is called In the Lost Lands. I knew nothing about this. I'll just say a couple things. It's
Okay.
directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, not Paul Thomas Anderson.
Paul W.S. Anderson of Resident Evil.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Soldier, which is the unofficial Blade Runner fake sequel. It's a. I don't know if you ever saw Soldier with Kurt
What did
Russell.
he what did he do? Did he do something before Resident Evil? I'm trying to remember what his I mean, I could easily pull up his IMDb. I just don't
I
feel like
want to
it.
say he did one of those Mars movies. He did one of the Mission to
Like
Mars, or
the
there
one
was
with like
two Mars movies right around the
yeah,
same
yeah.
time. Neither of them were very good,
No.
and they
And I've
they're
seen
all
them
they're
both
both
in the
fine.
theater. I've seen them
You
both in the
saw.
theater.
I always felt with those movies they cancel each other out. So, for example, I never
Go
saw
ahead. I know exactly where you're
Volcano.
going.
Right? I never saw it was Volcano and what
Dante's
Dante's
Peak.
Peak. Doesn't see either of them.
Guess
Because
what? I
me,
saw both of them
boom,
in the
canceled out.
theater.
Nope. Boom.
And how about the next one?
Man, I guess
It's
Twisters
it's
didn't have one, right?
no,
Oh,
it's
day after
Armageddon.
tomorrow.
No, before that, Armageddon
Okay.
and what was the other one? Morgan Freeman was president in the movie.
Day after tomorrow wasn't that it
No, no,
or no?
no. That's man, I would have remembered too. Deep Impact.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Deep
Yep.
Impact. Yeah,
Nope.
those
Same
those
thing.
came
Well,
out the same.
I did kind of see Armageddon. I saw Armageddon like I might have rented it or something. West Coast Video, baby. That was college.
Yeah,
West Coast
that was the
Video.
South Jersey video store that like we all went to.
That's
That
right.
was, and then Blockbuster
On
destroyed
College
them.
Avenue. Did you go to the one on College?
No, there
On
was one in Blenheim, which is a kind of a
okay.
town within a town.
That's right.
I partially grew up in Blenheim, which is part of Blackwood, which is part of Gloucester Township in South Jersey.
I love South Jersey. I'm really thinking about doing start
Apparently,
working on my
so
comic
do
again and just do nothing but like bits and just kind of have little histories of South Jersey stuff.
there's a
High
lot of weird
Nella,
history, a lot of
you
weird
know.
stories.
Yeah,
The
it's great.
we oh my god, I just heard this incredible story. So it's a friend of a friend. Okay, it's actually a friend I work with. His wife's friend was on a date with a dude. Went back to his place. So he's like distracted at one point. She goes to the bathroom. Plastic lining everything like a Dexter kill room. She hauls ass out of there and like calls the cops on the guy. Like I don't know the rest. He's like I don't know the rest of the story. I'm like well, find out the rest of the story because that's incredible.
Right.
You know. Ugh.
And that
Can you
was in
imagine?
High Nella.
There was a listen. Sucks to be a girl. You know, like to be like just like so you're just being preyed upon constantly.
Yeah.
You know, but she got
Well,
out.
there
Good
should
for
be
her.
enough murder shows that they should know what to do.
And
Lots of mace.
we will get into that in the reviews in a couple days because we both read a comic that is very much like if we wanted to
I
make money.
called you today and said I need you to read this. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
So yeah, I
It's
by
been a
chance
bit.
I had already got it. So it's like
Yeah. But it's been a bit where I'm just like I was pretty impressed with that, you know.
if we wanted to, like we'll never make money from this. This is a passion comic show. Our 30 people, no, there's nothing, no money here.
There's no
But
money with
if you
30
did,
people.
if we did a murder podcast, just real life
Yeah.
true crime,
Mm,
just we just be raking it in.
that's all right. We'll see.
It's
We'll
fine.
see.
It's fine.
I feel we're on the way. I feel we're doing great, you know.
We
So
are doing great.
speaking of which, well, I
Okay.
also, speaking of which, we're gonna delve into this trailer. You have not seen this trailer. I don't know if
Correct.
you can hear this trailer when I play it, but I'll turn up the volume on my end. I
All
mean,
right.
it's not going to be, it's mainly visual, so it's not really going to be something you're gonna be like, man, I don't know what just happened.
Man, this
What could
dialogue is
possibly be?
incredible. Look at this character interaction, the back and
Right.
forths
So
of
it's
Milla
it's
Jovovich and
based
Dave
on a
Bautista.
short story by George R. R. Martin, so it's probably just bones fine. Milla Jovovich, Dave Bautista.
Yeah, but
There's just
a
archetypes of
George
everything.
a George R. R. Martin short story is more than they probably got to work with for the last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones.
Right. The worst and
So
worst.
this short story, I don't know, it's probably good. I mean, they're making a whole movie out of it. Hey,
Hey, I don't care.
If Darabont can work his magic with Stephen King short stories,
Paul W.S. Yeah, I don't think he has the right
he's no Darabont.
well, I don't you know what? There is a place for it. Listen, there's a reason they made like 5 or 6 of those things, right? Those Resident Evil movies made money. Period. They made money.
I think there's more than that.
She married him, I believe. I believe that Milla Jovovich married him.
Yeah.
So, what was the one that was? I always think of Circuit City because when the widescreen TV started,
Yeah.
was it Ultra? What was the one that she was in where she was on like a motorcycle? There's a lot of bad CGI effects, and she's on like a motorcycle and she drives
Ultra.
all.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, because didn't that come out the same time as the Aeon Flux movie came
It was
out?
like post. Yeah,
No,
all
it was
that.
another. I think it was another case of them canceling each other out. Because I remember thinking like, oh, this seems just like Aeon Flux. We've been waiting for
Right,
Aeon Flux for years,
right,
and we
right.
get Ultra like the same time. You know what's
And
funny? I think Ultra came out in HD, and what I mean is when HD was
mhm.
still competing with Blu-ray. Everything. It's such a bad
Right,
label.
right, right, right. Well,
Like
that's what I mean.
everything.
I remember seeing demos of a scene from that on 200 screens in Circuit City. Like, it was
Right.
on every TV, and I'm like, I know you're really trying to showcase this, but I don't think they finished the special effects here. So I don't think that was a WS Anderson. I think it was like another person, but it was post Matrix where everyone was just trying to like, all right, we're gonna just kind of bend the reality of it. Yeah, that would be a fun watch. Ultra. I might be wrong with that title, but we'll see. All right, so we're gonna hook it up. Here we go. Here it
Ultra. Is it
is.
Ultraviolet?
Ultraviolet. Yes, that's right. Ultraviolet.
Just hit
It
me.
was it was so memorable. I forgot the
The second
the
half of the
last the
title.
second half of the title. All right, so let me full screen this thing. Look at that. Look at that guy.
Listen, man, we love Dave Bautista.
I need him. I feel like I haven't seen him in anything that I didn't see Stuber. Did you see that?
No.
I don't know why that seems to be completely up my alley. It's like I think he hires an Uber driver, which is Kumail Nanjiani, who I'm a huge fan of,
Right.
and they just go through like this like buddy movie, and he has to murder people and
Did
stuff.
that
And
come out after the first Deadpool movie?
there was something around it that it just got buried. I don't know if it was
Well, no, I'm
like
just
a
saying because
tragedy
like
or whatever.
part of
Mhm.
the Deadpool movie was like Deadpool hires an Uber who happens to be Indian and Kamal Nanjiani
Oh,
is Pakistani.
right,
So
right,
it's
right.
kind of just like it's a coincidence if anything.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Here, I'm gonna turn it way up. Here we go. Here it is.
All right.
I was impressed with this. I thought this looked kind of nuts.
If you've got the time and the stomach for it, I've got a story for you.
All right.
God, it's like
The
300.
world you know is gone, consumed by the flames of a great war long ago. All that's left now are the Lost Lands.
I'm looking for a guide. Someone who knows the Lost Lands.
Why you want to leave the city?
Does she not age?
Looking for a great treasure, immense power.
Friends of yours?
I don't have many friends.
Me neither.
Find them.
Girl boss, gotta
Outside
have it.
these walls, laws of nature.
Lori Petty
they don't
busy?
apply. It won't be easy. Prepare yourself. Here they come.
Yeah.
Our power grows stronger by the day. Our time is running out. She has become a symbol of their defiance. Down with the Overlord! This woman needs to die.
Hand her over and we'll let you live.
Sorry. She hired me first.
Your fate was sealed when you met me.
Yeah.
This looks fun as hell.
This is the moment we've been working for.
It's not too late to turn back.
always has to die.
Oh no.
So, how'd you like my story?
I still don't know how it ends.
Watch this. I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know either. But it's like Paul W.S. Anderson has not learned anything in the past 20 years. That movie could have came out 20 years ago.
I
Perfectly.
know. I
Perfectly.
love it.
Barely an insult. That is barely an insult.
I kind of love it. Yeah. I love it.
No,
It's Rain of Fire, right? Rain of
Right.
Fire, really good.
A little Rain of Fire, a little Underworld at the end there. Looked like a little Underworld Unleashed.
Yeah, also
You know.
a husband and wife that was Kate Beckinsale and was it Len Wiseman?
Right.
Len Wiseman who did the bad. Did you see the? Okay, let's talk quick reboots.
Did you see can you imagine filming such a crazy love scene between her and Scott, whatever
Scott
name from
Speedman,
Creed?
hot guy. Yeah,
Like no, in Underworld 2, he's like, you're my wife, Kate Beckinsale. I'm gonna film you just bone the guy from Creed,
right.
in like a 5-minute sex scene that's like did
Wait.
not need to be as long.
The guy from Creed, you're talking about Scott Stapp?
Yeah, wasn't he in
Yeah,
Underworld too?
Scott's. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Is that a thing?
I think it's
I
a
don't know.
thing.
Oh my God! Wow.
Check it. See if I'm right.
Wow. My team
so he's
just went to California last week because
he's a
Creed
big
played
Creed fan,
somewhere out there in Los Angeles.
and he went
No,
there for Creed.
no, like her daughter like took her, and they were there, and then they flew out, and then the next day everything's on fire. So I joked on the chat. I'm like, "What'd you do out there? What happened?"
I
Well, I was going to say Glenn
can't even talk
Wiseman
about that.
did the Total Recall reboot with Colin Farrell.
And
Does that
Kate
sound right?
Beckinsale, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Ugh. Like, and then the RoboCop reboot I never saw either,
I didn't see
which
it
I heard
either.
was okay. I heard that was okay, but
It's a weird movie to reboot because it's like not. We're too close to having that now. Like it's boring.
yeah,
Like RoboCop in the '80s is just a ridiculously stupid idea, crazy movie,
Mm.
weird visuals, weird. It's just a weird, awesome movie. That's what makes RoboCop so cool.
yeah.
Doing a RoboCop today, it's like boring. You might as well it's riding around like a Robo Segway. Like you know what I mean? It's just like it's boring.
So this thing, I don't know what
Does he have
again,
wheels in his feet? Did you see it?
no. I think you're right. I think he does.
Does he have wheels in his feet?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I'm curious about this. Again, I don't know if it says when it's coming out. I've never really seen it on this thing.
It's direct to VHS.
Look, I want it to come out. I'm excited about it.
You ever see it in the theater?
She was excellent. I think so. Yeah.
What?
See, this is the kind of stuff that I know. I pick weird things. That's the kind of stuff I think I would really like enjoy. I wish I saw a Substance in the theater because I would like to have seen if people just walked out.
Yeah.
If they just like literally that third act is just it's bonkers. It's bonkers, insane. I would like to know. I think people would walk out.
I would
I don't
definitely
know.
when this hits the streaming, I'll definitely watch it. I don't know if I have time to see it in the theater.
I think I'm going to go. I think it's going to be the first Awestruck approved film as just this bonkers, batshit crazy thing. Well, okay, I would say that you said Paul W.S. Anderson he didn't learn anything. I feel like the only thing it's not that he didn't learn it.
It's a joke. He obviously he learned things.
It's a bit more smoke, so you get to see a little less of the of literally what's happening here. If I had a green screen behind me, you wouldn't see this like I forget what this is called, like the paint out, right? So it would be a little more crisp. You have better lighting, and that's why you're a little bit crisper. But that's what I do remember about those Resident Evil movies. I'm like, she's not there at all. So there's a lot of scenes that don't really sell, But you had some like I like the outfits. I think everything looks good. There's got to be a story.
I'll probably watch the trailer again,
Yeah.
clearly with all the volume, like later.
With Milla Jovovich, she's got all these tattoos and stuff, which looks like it's a story of some sort, which actually is like the guy from Mad Max. It's like taking the right lessons from Mad Max, right? It's like where I feel like the Lego 2 movie was just Mad Max. It was just bad, just
Was it?
didn't.
I didn't even see Lego 2.
Yeah, Lego 2, they literally, and they joke about it. Like, we're just doing this. We're doing Mad Max. I'm like, just because Warner Brothers has it, they just did it. They're just like, yeah, we're just going to do it.
Boring.
So really weird.
Mad Max bores me.
But I
Not
feel
Mad
like
Max itself.
that's
But
what
any
that's what,
ripoff.
Yeah, but that's what Cable did last week. Cable last week, the first page, it didn't even try. It has Cable on the front, just like Tom Hardy in the beginning of Fury Road.
Boring.
Yeah, I don't know. But I just like all the kind of combinations of stuff, and then like that the next scene just had something wackier. You know what I mean? And then there's like zombie people
No,
or whatever.
what my hope is that this movie is as fun as the trailer. Because this trailer shows a lot of fun things at you. It's funny. We're smirking. We're like, this looks funny. This looks
Yeah.
neat. It looks cool. All around, it's a cool trailer.
Um,
Um,
I,
but
I, I,
hopefully,
I want, yeah, I would like, I mean, there's been a little bit of a rest and there's just been nothing visually exciting, I think Furiosa, I enjoyed Furiosa, I think more than everyone. I enjoyed that, I
I think
think.
everyone liked it.
Everyone, like, I
I
loved,
think
I
everyone's
was
mistake was we all
huge fan.
rewatched Fury Road like the week before.
Yeah, I didn't, and I knew a little
Big
bit ahead
mistake.
of time that how they were the chapters are going to be 5 chapters, so I was already prepared for that. I didn't know a lot, but I just knew that it was gonna flow differently. So I kind of yeah, so I not cheated,
No,
but
it's not
I
a
my
yeah. It was
expectations were tempered, or they
yeah.
were corrected, I should say.
No, we all
So
still liked it. None of us hated it. None of us disliked it. We all liked it.
yeah,
It's just not as good as Fury Road. But like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
we probably all would have appreciated it 10% more had we not rewatched Fury Road. Because Fury Road is pretty much perfect.
Yeah. In the Lost Lands, the most anticipated film. Oh, you know what's funny? The article says this is the most anticipated film of 2009. That's really funny, actually.
That is funny.
So
So
that's
where do
all
you think the
that's all
story?
bleeding
I wonder where
cool.
the story came from. Like, is it one of
It's a
his like?
1982 short story. It says, yeah,
Okay,
and it says it doesn't really. So I wonder how big. I wonder how much is in there. I don't know. That's fine.
what if he ever did this as a comic? Because he
No,
touched around with some comics, did some short stories and what was his DC book? Was it Wild Cards?
Wild Cards was the Epic initially. I think
Where
DC somebody
where
did it.
where did Sandman almost show up? Neil Gaiman's Sandman was going to be a short story
Oh,
in somebody's anthology series, and
yeah, I think it was
thankfully
like
he
Eclipse or something like that. It was someone. You're right. Yeah, a lot of the
yeah
concepts.
yep. So
But that's that in the Lost Lands, most anticipated film of 2009. I'll take that joke. It's a good joke.
that is a good
Off
joke.
Bleeding Cool. It's a little more creative than their normal headlines. So we'll be back. Everyone, stay tuned for all the things. We have lots of different projects, lots of different things coming out. Awestruck's Comics Podcast. Everyone have a great one, and bye bye.